Hey everyone, in this video, I want to talk about niche life insurance marketing. Just kind of give you the basics, some examples of agents who have built agencies around a specific niche in life insurance, okay, and how they went about getting those leads, those referrals, and just the kind of the overall basis of generating your own leads without having to rely on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Google, the usual suspects where everyone is marketing right now. Okay. If you really want to own your lead source, really listen to this because it may open your eyes to a lot of different ideas. And some of you, I'm hoping when you watch this video, you'll have that light bulb moment like, okay, yeah, this is something that I could really dive into because, and I'll say this, this is not for everyone, right? This is kind of a business to business play here for life insurance, where you're going after a specific niche in life insurance and targeting it and, and building a business around it. Okay. So we'll discuss that in today's video. But this is a video for those who want to just completely own their lead generation, not have to worry about buying leads, but really work for it. Put the sweat equity in to build a business where you're getting very high quality referrals or leads sent to you on a daily basis. Okay. So I actually wrote, many of you know this. I wrote a book in 2016 called The Digital Life Insurance Agent. I talk about niche life insurance marketing in there. And what I wrote in there is the same basis on how we would do it today and how we currently do it today. And the premise here is there's a lot of untapped niches in life insurance. What I mean by untapped is there's no go-to resource, okay, with an agent servicing this niche. So think about diabetics, for example, right? Off the top of your head, you've been in the business for a while. If you've been in the business for a while, I should say, can you think of somebody who just works with life insurance things that just works with diabetics, nothing else, doesn't take any other leads, just focuses on that niche every single day? They are focused on how do I get in front of as many diabetics as possible? What can I leverage to get referrals or leads, so I can help diabetics who are getting these paying way more than they should, because most of the market doesn't have the right products to help diabetics, but they do. Okay. That's what I mean by being a niche life insurance agent is and being this go-to resource where you have this specific information that you can only get through going through the process yourself, not just being a licensed agent, but helping a lot of diabetics or even being a diabetic yourself and understanding the complexities and the nuances of getting coverage. Okay. So that's what I want to explore today. But let me give you just a few examples so you understand kind of what a niche sort of agency or referral network looks like. Okay. So we've had Cami on before on our channel. Cami's an agency partner with us. She doesn't buy leads. She gets referrals from pharmacies for Medicare and writes a lot of life insurance from it as well. Okay. Another agency partner of ours, Jason, okay, he gets referrals daily from business owners who need to secure life insurance in order to get an SBA loan. It's a requirement in order to get funding for your business to get a life insurance policy. So he helps them get it fast. The high risk people, there's options out there. Okay. Prior to digital BGA, many of you heard me tell this story. Also, I'll just say in a couple lines here. I had a diabetic supply call center that sent me diabetics interested in life insurance. Okay. I'm just starting to know there. I mean, I can go on and on. There's an agent in our network that's he spoke in our mastermind a couple of years ago. He just helps cigar smokers only. Okay, because most cigar smokers are paying smoker rates, but you can get non-smoker rates in some instances. And, it just depends on a lot of different factors, but he's got that information and he just works the cigar smoker market. He attends all the conventions, he hosts local events, and he doesn't need to buy leads. He gets people come to him, makes a great living, working with something he loves to do. He's a cigar aficionado, right? He loves to go and smoke cigars and he just works with his clients and people know him in the community and they want to do business with him. Okay. That's what I mean by being in a niche. Okay. So it means being a specialist in something. It means knowing more than anyone else out there knows about a particular topic in life insurance and helping that demographic or that subset of people. Okay. Being a specialist, it opens a lot of marketing channels that you couldn't be in being a life insurance generalist. Being a generalist, you're going to talk to the general population. The general population is on Facebook, YouTube, Google, right? All those places where we can advertise. Okay. So for example, with Cami, we simply, like, she wanted to work with pharmacies, right? And get referrals from there. We simply bought the contact information of all the independent pharmacies and emailed them her unique selling proposition. So she had something really unique that where pharmacies can retain more clients by partnering with her. So she makes sure that they stay within their network for Medicare and they get the best payout possible, right? So she works with them on the plans that are in network and that will make their lives a lot easier. I'll just put it that way. She attends, conventions. She has booths where she picks up business, but she has more referrals than she can handle and hires LOA agents to help her, right? She just has this flood of referrals coming in from the pharmacies that she's built up, okay? So guys, first step here, if you're thinking about this, is you need to pick a niche that you know something about. When I say something about, you know a lot about, okay? Perhaps you can leverage the knowledge you've gained from one of your hobbies or interests, okay? Life insurance for scuba divers, for marijuana users, for pilots, right? There's probably websites or media you visit that you can advertise on, or people that you can connect with, anything like that, okay? That's a good place to start. Knowledge you've gained from one of your hobbies or interests, because then you can also connect with those people, kind of talk the talk with them if you're talking to scuba divers or pilots or whatever it is, okay? Maybe it's a health condition, like I said, like a diabetic, right? Maybe it's a health condition from somebody you've helped that had trouble getting coverage in the past, but, or maybe they got graded offers, you got them level, but you have, you know the nuances of it, and you can help those people get in a better position, right? So really just be aware of the people you're helping and if they've had trouble getting life insurance in the past. And, after you've identified your target market, the next step is to determine what will make you stand out from all the other life insurance agents servicing the same niche. There's probably a lot of generalists that get into diabetics or COPD or, some health condition. It doesn't need to be a health condition, right? It could be anything. But you need to have that thing that would attract people to you, right? This is your unique selling proposition. Just answers one simple question. Why would your customers reach out to you instead of your competitors? Why would they see it ad suddenly for life insurance for scuba divers? I'm just making this up. Instead of just going and typing it in Google or somewhere else. Is there something that you can put on that ad that separates you from the rest of the market, where they can feel confident they're speaking with somebody who's just like them, that can help them in a way that nobody else can? Okay. That's when you have something like that, that's when you have something and you can start targeting people. Okay. So I mentioned this, but another niche agency we partner with, helps people get coverage that have an SBA loan. For SBA loan, guys, there's a life insurance requirement, if you didn't know this. And there needs to be a collateral assignment to the lender. Some carriers do this, some carriers don't. Some carriers will only collaterally assign a certain percentage of the death benefit, others won't. So he knows the carriers to go to here that will do this, right? He's worked this market before. If underwriting takes too long, right, it prolongs the process and they can't get their loans. So people want to go to this guy because he's saying he's going to get it done quick. And if you have any health conditions, he can get you coverage because there's a product on the market that's just for SBA loans that is basically a 1-year renewable term that these lenders will take. It renews every year, but they'll take it. You also get paid every year, okay? And it's a product that I would say 99.9% of the market doesn't know about, okay? But it satisfies the life insurance requirement for SBA loans. Guys, that is specific information that you can build around a niche and just go after those, right? So this agent has a niche website that gets 20 to 30 leads a month. From the search engines, you may think that, Jeff, that's not a lot, but it converts 20% plus because these are people searching in Google, looking for something specific, finding the site, seeing he's the expert, and they call him or fill out a form on his site, right? And he also has SBA lenders that refer him business. Like if they're having trouble getting the coverage or they're Lendee, the person that's getting the loan isn't is taking their time and they need coverage fast to close a loan. Hey, call this guy, right? And so he's always on their radar getting referrals. That is a niche business in life insurance. Okay. What makes you stand out from your competitors? Let's say, just for example's sake, that you're a diabetic and you want to help other diabetics get coverage. That's unique over a general agent. You have a story. A diabetic helping other diabetics secure the most affordable rates on the market. That's something somebody can connect to, where they feel, okay, this guy is not going to judge me. He knows, he's also a diabetic and advocating and whatnot. Now, where can you find diabetics to market to? So how do you get to those people, right? So back before Digital BG, I just touched on this as well. I created a referral partnership with the Diabetic Supply Call Center. Okay, at the end of every call, they'd ask, would you be interested in getting a life insurance quote from a company that helps diabetics find the best rates? If they said yes, it would post over to my CRM with one click because they already had their information because they just bought diabetic supplies. They had all their contact information. It just took them 15 seconds to ask that question. A yes would send it straight off to me. I got 30 to 50 of those every single day. Okay. And I paid them $5 per. Okay. $5 per lead. I offered a 50-50 split with them, but they didn't want to get licensed. $5 per lead. It made sense for them. Yeah, they made only $150 to $250 per day for a 50-second question, but they didn't have to do any of the fulfillment. They just had to click, ask a button, and for that 15 seconds, they made an extra $150 to $250 a day. And for me, I was swimming in leads. I wrote a ton of business off of that. Okay. So guys, get creative here. Think about the niche. Think about, if you have an idea, think about, look, are there websites or newsletters that you can advertise on, right? Marketing in places you couldn't market before because you're niche now. Okay. So put that unique selling proposition as an offer or a lead magnet or something and get people to fill out a form to contact you for that. Is there anything that you can create as a lead magnet to get people into your funnel to fill out a form and contact you? Okay. A simple way to get started here, and this is what I tell most agents to do. There's a lot more to it. This is just kind of the overview of it. And I talk about this in the Digital Life Insurance Agent book. And it's still my advice today, okay, is make a list of the top 100 websites in your niche. Just pure research, okay? On that spreadsheet, put their contact information, including their email and phone number if it's on there. If they don't have a phone number, you can probably look it up somewhere. Get it all in there, the top 100. Then call and email and keep following up with them, okay? Carve out 10 to 20 minutes a day to work this. And I bet you're going to find some great opportunity over the next couple months, right? Ask them for their media kit. Do you have the media kit? If they have banner advertisements on there, what can I pay to be on there? And they'll tell you how many views their website gets, what the cost per impression is, right? So ask them for their media kit if they're a big website, or just search on their website for the media kit and see what it costs to advertise on there or to advertise on their newsletter. Newsletters work great. Okay. And if anything, if they don't have a media kit, maybe there's something you can do together. Get on the phone, schedule a call and say, hey, here's what I do. And talk about their business and their reach and see if there's anything that you can do. Maybe there's sponsored posts on their social media. Maybe there's something out there that could send you traffic and generate leads, and work out a deal with them. Maybe it's a cost per lead. Maybe it's a rev share if they want to get licensed. Doubt it. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. Get creative here. Okay, guys, a lot of agents in life insurance telesales see this business as either you have to buy leads or you work your warm market and you bug your friends and family, right? Like, those are the two sides here. There's also this B2B side where you can just generate referrals and leads and build a business that many agents are thriving in. All right. Because if you're a digital BG agent, I'm here to personally help you with this. Okay. I've helped a lot of agents over the years build their businesses. Cami with the pharmacies, right? The SBA site I mentioned has the #1 final expense life insurance site on the internet right now. I'm not going to name the name. I don't want to drop names here or anything. I mentored him and built the original website there with him. My name's still all over it. And this is one of my passions, is this marketing side, this kind of niche guerrilla marketing, if you will, and finding those pockets. There's pockets of profit in all these different niches. And you just have to find a couple good partners to have a steady source of leads. Even one partnership can just blow up your business. Okay. So if you pick a niche and are willing to work it every single day, give at least 15, 20 minutes to do some outreach and work on some things, guys, I'll work with you on it. All right. I enjoy this side of the business. Just reach out to me. It's fun for me. This is the creative side I love doing, and it gets me out of the monotonous minutia of the day. So anyway, guys, think about it. Do you have a niche that you can target, something you're really good at, maybe a hobby or interest, somebody, or maybe it's just a demographic you just really enjoy working with and connect with. Okay. And then how do you get in front of them? What is your unique selling proposition? Do you have something different than the rest of the life insurance Asian market? And then if you do, you have to figure out ways to dive in there and find more of those people. You'll love your business once you have a steady flow of people that you love talking to. All right. Anyway, if anybody's got any questions like this, post up in comments. I love talking about this stuff. Even if you have an idea, happy to hear it and share anything there. Okay. Hope this helps.